kind of a match?
What define this kind of match for me?
As well as you played, staying in the points so long, playing so overpoweringly, basically.
Yeah, I guess today staying in the points is a good thing. It's the way it works. You know, you haven't played, you work yourself in. All of a sudden, one day, you come out and things feel right. You don't have to force it. That's just the way it's always worked in tennis. It's the way it's always going to work. You know, tonight I felt like the ball was doing what I wanted it to do for the most part. I was able to control it.
How much fun was that tonight? It just looked like it was fun for everybody.
Yeah, it was. I didn't ever think I'd play another guy from Nebraska in my career. Yeah, it was just cool because I could draw so many parallels to what he was going through. You know, but also I could draw on my experience a little bit. I had a good time.
Do you remember your first night match on Ash and kind of the emotion of it and the, you know, whether you won or lost?
I played Slava Dosadel, and I won 6-4, 6-2, 6-1 in 2001. I think I played every match on Ash that year. That's when I lost to Hewitt in the quarters. And then the last match I played not on Ash was in 2002.
And what were the emotions when you first stepped out of the?
I was pretty nervous. I remember I was pretty dicey to about 4-all, and then I kind of slimed a break where he just played a bad game, and then I was able to free up a little bit and started playing a little bit better. I had some confidence because I'd won Washington coming in, but it's just exciting. You know, I said before in the interview on the way out, I think I always appreciate the chance to get to play out there.
At that time, was there a lot of young American buzz going on? People, you know, however many talking about being Americans. Did you feel that same kind of pressure at that time?
I don't feel like that story's ever died in the 10 years that I've been playing.
Is there,
and when I was coming up, you had Agassi still in his prime, Sampras still in his prime, and people still wanted to know who was next. They still wanted to know who was behind Venus and Serena. That's going to be a question that's never satiated, I'm afraid.
And why is that? Is it American dream mentality?
You tell me. I've been content with it many times.
What did you think, Andy? What did you think of his game? Anything about his game that surprised you, or impressed you? Or?
Serve's gotten a lot better since I've seen him. I think he's grown about a foot in the last year. His forehand's got some serious RPMs on it. You know, you can't teach that. You can't teach 135 in your arm, and you can't teach, you know, the ball jumping off the court. So that's good. He's going to have to learn some of the subtleties in the game, but you know, those are things that you can teach and can learn. So, you know, between him and Ryan, I think we caught a couple of legit prospects. And like I said the other night, my favorite thing about them is that they compete. You know, they really, really, really compete.
Andy, am I right in thinking that, I mean, Jack said that you invited him down to Texas. Am I right that Andre did the same for you, or was there a veteran who did the same for you?
Andre was probably my mentor when I came out. I didn't go to his home, but we were in Florida the off season in 2000 before he won the Australian Open in 2001, and we were together pretty much every day. From that, probably 3-4 months, when I was the #1 junior in the world, and I think I was good enough to give him practice, and you know, I would pull out of tournaments to go hit with him for a week just because you learn so much.
I was going to say, I mean, we have coaches, you have development, everything. What does it mean for a young player to actually play with someone of that stature? What did that do for you?
He was my hero, so you know, it was surreal. I felt like I was in a daze. It was really cool because my dad put this court together in our yard in Florida, and he would come over there and hit. And so the neighbors who would complain that we were out there hitting balls at 6 in the morning all of a sudden would look through the bushes and they didn't complain anymore.
And I mean, is it something that sort of, you know, takes you to a different stage in terms of your development?
I think so. I mean, I got to be.
A coach can't teach you.
We'll see. I mean, I certainly benefited from it, but I've had 25 up and coming prospects at my house, and we'll see how many get through. You know, just because they come and visit for a little while doesn't automatically mean they'll make it. But I don't know how much I know about anything, but I'm certainly happy to share what I do if they want to listen.
Was it hard to shut down? You enjoy being a mentor. You've been a mentor to kids. Was it hard to shut that down because you really did have to shut it down going out there tonight?
Yeah, I wasn't too talkative beforehand. I think going in, you had to treat it like a match. I haven't played. It's always weird the first time I played Sam in a real tournament. He would always be in Austin, and I haven't played Donald. I haven't played Ryan. Ryan's been at my house a million times. I think it's always weird the first time you play them outside of kind of a mentoring role. I haven't spent as much face time with Jack as some of the others, but we certainly can if he wants.
Andy, he didn't seem terribly nervous in that first game. Did you sense something different? And what was kind of your process of feeling out his level of confidence or anxiety? How did that unfold?
There's players of a certain ranking who haven't been on that court before come out above themselves or not being able to hit much of a ball. He came out and had break points early.
Yeah.
He wins those. I think it's a different dynamic in that set. I was able to fight them off. He had one really good look at a forehand and he missed it. He took a swing at it. Those are the little subtleties in tennis that we could still be out there. It might have been a little bit more of an uphill battle, but then you get to 2-all, 3-all, and all of a sudden it becomes a real scenario as opposed to this thing that you're just hyped out of your whatever. So I think after those break points went by, it became real for him.